Welcome back to the channel. Real quick, I want to go over real quick how to replace a AC control head. All right, AC control head. I have this new AC control head I'm about to install in this car. Now this applies to any car, but this particular car happens to be a Dodge Challenger. All right, 2010 model. Here's my new AC control head. Here's the old one. For some of you veterans, this is pretty easy to use. So, but for the newcomers, everybody that's getting into the automotive field, I want to ease your mind and let you know this is a fairly easy job, okay? Hardest part about a job like this is knowing the reason why you're replacing this in the first place. Now, this can go bad. I don't like the word bad, but this can open or short out in a number of ways. You could be replacing this because of this function right here, which happens to be the blower motor operation. I just did a video on how to diagnose a no blower situation. In fact, check that video right out up here. Okay, I'll card it and mention it right here on the top right. All right, you could be replacing it for that reason. Also, this push button right here, you feel that? That's a push button. This recirc operation, you could be replacing it because the recirc operation not working, okay? If you do your diagnosing and it is determined that the switch is open, you essentially have to replace the complete AC control head, all right? Now, this actual control head could also fail from a temperature standpoint, okay? This is the switch or thermistor or whatever. It's got a funny name to it. I have to look. I'm gonna put it in the description, but this operates your hot and cold. This operates a mode door under your AC housing. Okay, there's a mode door. There's an actuator that's attached to the mode door. Okay, so as you turn this to the red, the door will open to the heater core operation, which will allow heat. If you move this over to cold, that actuator mode door will go the other direction to allow cold airflow from the evaporator to allow cooling. All right, you could be replacing it for this reason. All right, this middle switch also carries the function of, that is a switch. Hear that? Okay, and pushing that switch on and off will essentially supposed to activate the compressor, AC compressor. That says AC push. So in the event you have the blower on and your panel in vent and you want AC, you simply push that and a little LED light right down here. And this one you push a little LED light down here, which will indicate you in recirc mode. All right, you could be replacing it for that. And last but not least, panel outlets. You could be replacing it because you're not getting airflow out of, say that is the face, the vent. You're not getting airflow out of the vent, or you're not getting airflow out of both the vent and the floor, which is what this indicates, or you're not getting airflow out of the bottom vent, okay? And we also have the defrost vent and the floor, and one for just the defrost operation alone. Okay, you could be replacing it for that reason. All right, now here's one more push. That is for the rear defrost. Okay, this switch controls rear defrost. Okay, there's a grid in the rear windshield that will allow you to defrost the rear windshield. You could be replacing the AC control head for that reason. Okay, in any event, if either one of these three is open or shorted, or what y'all like to call bad, you will have to replace the complete unit. Now here's a part number. Again, this particular car is a Dodge Challenger. All right, that's a part number right there. All right, so what I'm gonna show y'all, what we're gonna go over is actually how to replace this. Here's the panel. So you may need a trim stick of some sort to start it going, because you got to get inside the panel's bezel. And once you get it off, it's simply push pin. Again, that's this particular car. And from there, you unplug all the connectors in the rear. All right, there you have it. Okay, let me back the camera back a little bit. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the AC control head. Now, we're not done yet because we have to get it out of here, get the old AC housing out of this panel and replace it. Only thing that's holding this AC control head on this panel is 4 little bitty screws, real tiny screws too. I have mine already ready. If you look here, this is a 5/32, okay, socket. All right, so that's what you will need to essentially remove this. Let's get popping, man. All you do is remove all 4 of these screws. Again, I know this video is fairly basic, but I'm addressing the newbies right now. 4 screws. All right, and from there, you're home free, man. You just simply pull it out like that, and there you have it. Now all you do is go in with the new AC control head, okay? Make sure you put it in the right slot, okay? I don't think you can put it in backwards anyway. It won't fit. All right, here's my new switch. All right, so we're gonna remove this and set the new switch in like this. Okay, so you can't get it wrong because it won't set in there properly if you had it backwards or upside down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the screws in. All we got to do now, man, is tighten all the screws up. Okay, because we're almost ready to go back in. All right, so like I was saying, it really don't matter what's the reason you're replacing it, this control head for. Just this is how to do it. Okay, so there was no diagnosis done in this video. I want you to understand that. I'm not telling you this your problem or anything like that. I'm merely showing you how it's done. And as you can see, all the connectors that I unplugged, all of these will have to go back in the switch. Okay. So let's get all these plugged back in, and we're gonna bolt this thing back down. There's really no bolting. See, as you can see, it all snaps into place right here. So, but doing the removal process, the hardest part is getting one going. That's why I say take your plastic trim stick, because you can easily damage, you know, the top end of this. And some customers are picky. You hear what I tell you? Some are very picky. Okay, so use a plastic trim stick to start the removal process. All right, so we're getting all the connectors plugged back in, and we're gonna get ready and reinstall this, and that should about wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Got them all in. And all we simply do is push this back into place in its proper pin location. See how easy that was? Back just like brand new. Verify everything worked. The hazards work. ESP off work. I got blower operation. Everything's working fine. So there you have it, man. I'm gonna end this video. It's running too long. So we have just found out how to replace a AC control head. All right. The same applied to if you were replacing this hazard switch down here. All right, and this ESP off switch. Okay. But here's my old switch. We got her done. That is all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe. And I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching.